Plaintiffs Jody Breeden and his fiancée Jessica Burns say Jessica became addicted to pain pills at an early age, but she's now clean and sober. Jessica is suing because she claims they paid the defendant for a trailer, but he never gave it to them. Defendant Chris Bowman admits he agreed to sell a trailer to the plaintiffs until Jessica made death threats against him and he was forced to call the police. He's countersuing for harassment.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
How are you all?
First and foremost, Your Honor, I'd like to say thank you for having us on your show. You have a big following back in Marion, Wisconsin.
Is that right? Oh,
yes,
right.
you do.
Tell them I said hi.
We definitely will when we get back. I'd like to give you a little background about myself. I didn't always have the easiest life and everything. I was a teen mother. Also had surgery when I was 16 years old, knee surgery. Was put on painkillers then. Started a long road of addiction. Took care of my daughter for many years, got off the pills, had another surgery, more pills, more addiction. Forward to 2011.
How did you get addicted from it?
In my family, there was a lot of addicts.
Well, what was your interest in continuing to take them beyond the 12 or 14 days?
Honestly, it was the high. No, it was the high of the medication.
See, and that's the point. I don't get high. When I take this stuff after I had 2 surgeries, 3. 2 in the back and 1 on my elbow, and I don't get high. What was the high like, and did you take more to get high?
Oh, yes, I did. After a while, it began
No, not after a while. Those first 12 or 14 days, were you feeling high?
No, I was just taking care of the just the pain.
How did it convert to being high
after
those 12 days?
It was 3 to 4 months of being on painkillers because I had broken my knee and had a cast from my ankle all the way up to my hip that I had to be in for a long period of time. And this was while I was really young. I also saw family members that took pills and saw how they behaved, and it was a norm in my family.
I was trying to get to the high part. No one has been able to tell me the type of high. Not out of heroin, you're in a euphoria. Smoke crack, you're in a euphoria of sorts. Snort cocaine, you're in something. Ecstasy, you love everybody. There's some type of high to every thing that addicts you. So you can't tell me if there's a high attached to the addiction.
Yes, sir, there was.
What's
there was
the
a
high
euphoria.
like?
It was, for me, it was escaping reality. Euphoric, happy, I didn't care about anything, nothing mattered to me anymore.
Okay.
I just wanted to feel that feeling I got from the pills.
And see, a euphoria of sorts.
Yes, sir.
And makes you just feel overall good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. We gotta stop them from using. That's a crisis in this country.
It is, yes, sir.
Where do you know the defendant from?
We have known each other. We've been neighbors for the last almost 2 years. We've known each other for about 3 years.
How's that been?
It was very good up until this issue that we have that we're going to court over now.
Good. And
it was so well that I watched his son. Even during the lockdown, I would have his son from Monday night until Friday afternoon.
Why?
He worked third shift, and I knew that his son would be okay over at my house, and I could take care of him.
Father?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Good. All right. So you want to give me some background?
Like she said, I'm just a single father. I've had my kid for about 5 years now.
Now he seems like he feels it when he takes them.
Huh? No.
See, he laughing, he happy.
No.
I'm with you now. Okay, I see what you do.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the relationship goes, everything was good up until this deal for this trailer.
Okay. You tell me why you're suing him.
It was back in July. We did find out that he was being evicted from the trailer park and that they would need to tell him, or they had told him, the landlords of the trailer park told him that he had 14 days to move. If he wanted to avoid going to court, he would need to sell the trailer and move out within those 14 days. We wanted to buy it from him so that we could move in there. We were staying with friends at the time.
Vultures.
Vultures?
Take advantage of the man. Wait until he die. Essentially, get put out. Same thing.
No, sir.
Catch him at his lowest moment and give him 2 cents on the dollar.
No, sir. We
Don't
offered
pay him the market price.
Of that trailer, yes, we did.
No, you didn't. I don't know what he's going to say, so let me let you finish your testimony.
Yes, sir.
He may even say, I never sold it. All right, go ahead.
We had I had written out a bill of sale where the trailer was going to be $2,000 was the purchase price. We gave him $14,000 in cash, or $1,400 in cash. I am sorry.
Told you.
Yeah.
$1,400 in cash.
Go ahead.
We gave him $1,400 in cash, and the rest was going to go towards 7 weeks of babysitting that he had still owed me. Along with, I had paid the...
Hold on. You
Yes,
say
sir?
still owed you for babysitting. Maybe we passed that too quickly. What was the agreement on babysitting?
In the beginning, when it was during the lockdown, it was supposed to be $150 a week
incorrect.
because I kept his son from Monday night until Friday afternoon. I would have his son at my house. I was doing the schooling with him at home. I brought his son from D's to straight A's. We wanted to buy it from him so that we could move in there. We were staying with friends at the time.
Vultures.
Vultures?
Take advantage of the man. Wait until he die. Essentially, get put out. Same thing.
No, sir.
Catch him at his lowest moment and give him 2 cents on the dollar.
Plaintiffs Jody Breeden and his fiancée Jessica Burns are suing their neighbor, who claims he called the police after Jessica made death threats against him.
How many of those weeks and did it change? You said
Yes, sir. He did lose his job when he was working third shift. He did lose that job.
When did things change?
I believe that was I believe it was in May, right before school had ended.
May of this year?
Yes, sir.
And it changed to how much?
He had lost one job and he started another. So when I gave him a couple of weeks to get a paycheck, I told him after he got things situated, $75 a week would be perfectly fine.
Okay. And the amount you're suing him for today, it includes everything. It starts at May 21
Yes, sir.
with regard to the babysitting.
Yes, sir.
So
there were
everything
3
you're
weeks
suing
in May
for
that he
is
had owed me for.
$75.
Yes,
That was
sir.
never agreed upon, Your Honor.
That's what we have to know. Who has proof that it was agreed upon?
Unfortunately, I do not have proof of what we had besides text messages that I could not.
Pay her anything?
I paid her as I could afford, yes.
How much?
If it was $50 a week, it was $50 a week.
You don't recall any payment?
Yeah, I made payments.
I'm asking
Yes.
you.
There was,
If it was 50, give me an example.
I don't know, after rent
Don't
and everything
know.
else, it was probably
Probably.
close to about $100.
Don't know, probably close to. So I'm going to have to believe her. She
Yeah,
sounds like
there's
she knows
just no
exactly
receipt
what
on it
she's
or
talking
anything else,
about. Go ahead, ma'am. And you purchased the property.
We did purchase the property with the bill of sale, and the bill of sale does say for $2,000. I did give him We did give him $1,400 in cash in 3 different payments, and
to the rent.
the rent was I paid August lot rent, and I paid the deposit for August, and he yet still resides in the trailer.
Pardon me?
He still resides in the trailer.
Okay. And how much are you asking for?
I'm asking for my $1,400 back that I gave him in cash. I'm asking for the amount of babysitting that is owed to me for the 7 weeks.
How
And
much is that exactly?
$525.
Okay. You all have any evidence of exchange?
I do have the bill of sale on. I do have the bill of sale of the home.
Why did he say he didn't move out?
Never gave me a reason why he didn't move out.
Okay.
I
You
just
go to him now, sir. What do you want to
I
tell me
gave
about
them
the purchase and whether you moved out, and if not, why?
All right. When it came down to it, we agreed on $1,400 or the $2,000 as the sale price. The back child support was never part of that agreement. That was being paid separately. I never moved out because she never finished paying the $2,000. She told me I didn't deserve the other $600 and expected me to be out I believe on the 15th of August.
What do you say to that, ma'am?
Your Honor, I do have evidence of messages between myself and Mr. Bowman. I believe that would be starting on page 2 of the evidence. This was on August 12th that I had messaged him, asking him. I said, he replies to me, I messaged that to Jesse or Jody. I do not remember off the top of my head. Never blocked, just ignored. I said, okay, will you sign the revised bill of sale? I'm not the one to bring it over. I can leave it on the door and just leave it on, you can just leave it on the table. And are you moving out on Sunday, the 15th? That was the revised bill. He says, well, that information would be between me and the landlord, but yes, I'm willing to take a look at it. I said, according to their emails, they are staying out of it. The sale of the trailer is between you and us. Page 3 is where that continues. And it says, or a straight answer, then it will be handled differently. I'm just trying to come to a conclusion to this matter. He said that would depend on the revised bill of sale. I had told him I will rewrite it, put a copy on your porch, or have someone bring it to you. I just want to deal with this. If we cannot come to a conclusion, then we'll take further action.
Bill of sale. This doesn't even talk about the amounts you're discussing.
No, sir. The bill of sale.
Plan so far is a full refund.
Yes, sir.
Of the 14.
Page 4 of the 1,400.
Sir, what do you say to that?
I said I'd
give a full refund.
Yeah, I had, received that $1,400. I didn't feel it was, mine after they had broke the contract, so I already had planned to refund that. All right, and then they started with the death threats, and
okay. Ma'am said he intended to refund it.
He intended to refund it, but never did.
He says because he started death threats.
Your Honor, I'd like to address that. It was not a death threat in any way, shape, or form. He is using my paganism against me. I had wrote a sigil on a piece of paper that said to banish a toxic person from my life, and I put it on his door. It was not a death threat. It's as if I was burning sage at his front door, just to banish a toxic person from my life.
All right, I'm just wondering, that toxic person in my life, that sounds like someone who's been together.
Oh no, sir.
Well, you don't have to put no sign up on the door. You should stop talking to him. If my neighbor do something offending me, I don't put no sign up. This is toxic. I can't be in a toxic relationship anymore. No, I ain't doing none of that. You come to my door, what you want? I just want to know, nothing. Get out of here. Don't come over here anymore.
This was done after he stopped he blocked me, or as he says, he just ignored my messages and refused to speak with me. Okay.
And he refused to speak with you, but he did tell you he planned to give you a full refund.
Yes. From that day, that was only sent on Snapchat because everything else he had ignored and blocked me on.
Any payment?
Yeah, I made payments. Yes. There was.
If it was 50, give me an example.
I don't know. After rent and everything else, it was probably close to about $100.
Don't know. Probably close to.
Plaintiffs Jody Breeden and his fiancée Jessica Burns are suing their neighbor, who claims he called the police after Jessica made death threats against him.
The emotional distress, how does he owe you for that?
When the supposed death threat was put on his door, he called the police on me, saying that I had made a death threat against him, that he was in fear for his life, for his son's life, and all this other stuff. Well, with the police coming over and all the stress of all this, I have epilepsy, Your Honor, and it led to having 4 seizures in a row.
Let me hear about the refund, reimbursement of rent, and emotional distress.
If I can go back to the death threats, Your Honor, when I first got these on the door.
No, you can go back to whether you want to defend yourself about the refund and the reimbursement of rent.
All right. Well, that does lead directly to the death threats. I had taken my son out of the house. I no longer felt he was safe there. It cost me to lose a job because I didn't feel safe leaving my house unattended with animals in the house.
So you did what?
I had to call in for work one day, and they fired me for it because I was not going to be there.
How does that have to do with the
that's
the money?
That's the my counterclaim is what that is for.
Yeah. Do you remember I asked you to address the refund, the reimbursement, and her allegations Instead, you jump to what you
sorry.
want to talk about. So I'm going to find that as no answer. And when you don't give an answer, you lose.
Well,
You want to answer now?
I already told him that I would give him the
Tell me.
$1,400 back.
What happened with the refund?
Oh, well, as when the death threats happened and loss of work and
You
all that.
agree you owed it back?
Yes, I agreed I owed that
All
$1,400
right, so you
back.
don't want to
but-
pay because of threats and reimbursement of rent. Do you believe you owe rent?
No,
All right, and you say owes for what time frame?
For August, the month of August, it is $225 for the lot rent.
For what?
The lot rent, where the trailer resides, and $225 for the deposit for the month of August, and he lived in there that month. I am seeking that money back.
So it's really just August?
Yes, sir. Just August.
You pay your rent and deposit in August?
I paid $250, half of rent. The other half was covered by the
Your Honor, I object.
renter's assistance.
By whom?
Renter's assistance?
Okay, you have any evidence of any of that?
No, that's all on
Did
emails.
you know you were being sued for this today?
Yes, sir.
You didn't have any proof of what you did?
I didn't
the
think
renter's
that was pertinent.
assistance form or the renter's assistance check stub or anything? Nothing?
no, I didn't think
I
that was
guess you wouldn't have anything if he hasn't paid anything.
No, I actually do have.
And sir, you've been inconsistent and confused about what are the money issues. You've said you think, maybe, probably. So I can't just take your word. If you don't have evidence, I'm going with her word. She seems very clear.
I believe it's page 12 of our evidence packet. It is from the landlords of the trailer park, page 12.
What does it indicate?
It is the invoice from what we paid for August for the lot rent and for the deposit for August.
Okay, but he's supposed to pay you, right? Reimburse you?
Yes.
That's what I'm asking you, ma'am.
He was supposed to move out in August. He never did.
Ma'am, let's talk about the money. Was he to reimburse you what you paid?
No, because that was for us to move
He's
in.
supposed to pay it directly? Why
We paid
have
that-
you directed me to page 12? What am I to learn
That is
about
the
this
invoice
case?
from our landlords, from the renters of the lot.
Who
the
paid?
park.
You want reimbursement for?
Yes, I paid for August.
That's what I'm asking you. And he never paid you anything?
No, he did not.
Toward this?
No, he did not pay me anything
And you
towards that.
say
That
you
came out of my
did
pocket.
pay?
No, I paid the landlord directly to his bank account. I did not pay them.
Okay, well, the
$500
landlord has
for
a
that.
bill here showing that they paid it. So I'm going to dismiss your claim. I don't believe most of what you say. So I'm going to dismiss it based on perjury. And I'm going to grant your judgment because I believe what you've been saying and you've offered proof of what you've been saying. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judgment.
Thank you, sir.
If you just would have followed through as a man and spoke to us decently, we could have worked something out to let you stay there through August and until you found a place to live, rather than having to put it through here.
It would have been fine if I wouldn't have got the threats. Because I had to uproot my entire life. Because
I'm
you
sorry,
decided
but
to
your
threaten
son
me.
was gone on July 26th. That's the last
If
picture
you
I
were
have
so
with him.
threatened about it, why didn't you press charges
Or move.
or move?
I filed a police report.
No,
I
you
think I
didn't.
needed to take it any farther.
There is no
Nothing.
police report within
Nothing.
Marion County.
Have a good life. Don't talk to us no more.
No, thank you, please.